She's currently the communications director of the Other 98. Alexis.
Thanks, Robert. I'm too short for this mic. I'm Alexis Goldstein. I'm with Other98.org, and I have a couple questions for all of you today. So, show of hands, raise them high and proud. Who has $29,000, on hand to give to your candidate of choice? Show of hands. High and proud. I think I see one hand. It is DC, right? So $28,900 is how much money Rupert Murdoch's News Corporation gave to Senator Mitch McConnell in the 2014 midterms. Second question, I think that deserves a boo. Final question, raise your hand if you have over $6 million of your personal money that you can spend in a midterm election. Maybe you were shy before. No?
There's David over there.
All right. Well, so does anyone want to guess who did have $6.2 million to give to candidates? Yes, that's right. David Koch gave $6.2 million of his personal money in the midterm election. So those are some pretty scary numbers if you ask me, but what's even scarier are the numbers that we don't even know about. The Center for Responsive Politics reported that in the 2014 midterms, $169 million were spent by groups that did not reveal anything about its funders. And that broke all of the previous records for dark money expenditures. So 5 years later, here we are, after the Citizens United ruling in this shadowy, opaque world where we don't even know where, more than half the time, we don't even know where the money these corporations, where the money is coming from that these corporations are giving. And this, as you probably know, is in stark contrast to the very prediction made by Justice Kennedy when he issued the majority ruling in Citizens United. He said, quote, with the advent of the internet, right, the internet fixes everything, prompt disclosure of expenditures can provide shareholders and citizens with the information needed to hold corporations and elected officials accountable. Now, as I'm sure all of you here know today, unfortunately for we the people, Justice Kennedy could not have been more wrong. The idea that corporations would voluntarily disclose their donation has proven to be as false as Alan Greenspan's assertion that the markets would self-regulate. Now, unequal enforcement of the law in the United States is not new. I don't need to tell you about it, right? But the good news is it's receiving unprecedented levels of attention in the media, whether we're talking about the CIA torture report or the new movement for police accountability. But the Black Lives Matter movement is a highly scrutinized and surveilled movement. And my question is, where is that level of surveillance and scrutiny on corporations? It doesn't exist, right? It's not there. And why is that? That's because political power flows from wealth. And why would the people that are benefiting from this unprecedented concentration of wealth and power want to scrutinize it? They don't, right? They want the American public to look the other way. But here's the thing that they didn't guess, is that we weren't going to look the other way. Now, it's wrong in America that corporations like Citigroup are literally writing our laws. Maybe you noticed this at the end of last year. There was some media attention around the Cromnibus bill, and hidden in that Cromnibus bill were two things. One was a provision that was gutting an important piece of Wall Street reform, and another was a provision that blew the lid off of other campaign contributions. So it was a quid pro quo, right? We're going to give Wall Street what they want, and we're going to let Wall Street give even more money to corporations. And this is all happening in the same America where if a person of color is even perceived to be committing a crime, they're arrested, they're jailed, or worse. We truly have two Americas, and it's not right. We deserve an America where the powerful and the privileged are held accountable. And that's why we're here today. We're here for accountability. We're here to say no to having two sets of rules. One for all of us who don't raise our hand, who don't have $6 million like David Koch, and one for David Koch, and one for the Chamber of Commerce. So there's this quote that's attributed to Gandhi. I'm sure some of you have heard of it. It says, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win, right? So I feel like we're firmly entrenched in that third stage. This is becoming a campaign issue. People are talking about this. We're all here today in the snow on January in the middle of the day. And so and they're continue to try to blow the lid off of campaign contributions. So that means that this is working, right? The things that we're doing and the organizing that we're doing is working because they are fighting us. And that's how we know that we're getting closer to that final stage. So if we can just keep moving and keep uniting, I'm pretty sure that pretty soon, just over the horizon, we're going to win this. Thank you. Yeah!